G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Porana Motorsports. Today, we're not working on that car. Let's work on this one. So, we moved into this property a little while ago, and we haven't really had a chance to be able to set everything up yet. We've been busy building a bloody burnout car, so there's stuff everywhere we've still got to unpack. But this big girl was put into hibernation mode a little while ago, and is filthy, but should run. So hibernation mode, it's got 98 in the tank and run through all the lines, so the lines should stay good. So we're just going to go through the process of getting all that out, and then put some methanol back into it and kick it in the guts. So, and then we've got a few bits and pieces to do to it. We're going to hook up vacuum pump to get some brakes, because our intake manifold and carby setup doesn't have vacuum spot on it. So we're going to get a vacuum pump, which we've got, and go through a few bits and pieces before we can get it out and give it its first skid in 3+ years. So looking forward to it. This girl in the corner over here, and I'm not talking about Dad on the screen, I'm talking about the car behind him, is going to hang there for a little bit. It needs some rear quarter panel fixing, obviously, but we're going to fix the we're going to do some more work to the motor, so which is what we planned on doing the whole time. So let's take the second car, as you do, that when the number one car's not working, you take number two for a skid. Yeah. Yeah, looks like that whole bowl is leaking. So I've got a leaking bowl gasket on that back carby. So we're just having a quick look. Shit there. Screwdriver. Looks a little bit funny there.
leaking out between here, I think. Right there.
Oh yeah, you can see it's shrunk back.
That's right.
Oh, it's not even sitting in it.
Huh?
Look at that.
Mm.
Huh. Okay. It looked like it wasn't even sitting on the pin.
In there, though. These were all clean.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing for it to sit on, so I fucking walked.
Yeah. Alright, let's have a look at this. So not long before we went away, we got the 1 tonner fired up and running. Everything was flushed and cleaned. All the carbies were completely cleaned and re-kitted. All new gaskets and stuff. And then we parked it up. Run 98 through it. And let it sit for, what, the 2.5 months since we've been gone. That's about all it sat for. Nothing else. And this is what the inside of the bowl looks like. So we're gonna have to go through and clean some carbies out. We'll come back shortly. Cool. Well, we went through, cleaned all the filters, cleaned all the bowls out. Went over everything. Everything seems to be looking a lot better.
Hopefully.
So we'll try and get some fire in the hole. Huh? Well, the oils hasn't done any work.
No.
It's only been started up.
It was white before.
Yeah, it's all gone to the bottom. Alright, let's see what happens. We might need to splash it with some petrol to see if it'll do something, but
Got no squirters at the moment.
back ones are. Do you want to touch the front bowl? The front pump?
Nothing happening. Things are blocked up. So I have to take them out. We'll check valves.
Right, let's have another check of a few things. Rightio. Well, we just cleaned the squirters out. They're a little bit plugged up. Let's see what happens. Straight into life, straight there in idles. That's enough to put a horn on a jellyfish, that is. Woo. Straight into life and idle. It's not even tuned. We just played around with it a little bit. Oh, we did do a little bit of a tune on it. No. Just the basics. Well, I've got an idea of an event we want to go to with it. I'll let you in on it a little bit soon. See how we go. It runs. Yeah, I think everyone realised we're back in town now. Yeah, Halloween. Okay, right, that sounds like a good idea. Another day, back out spending some time on this green thing. We've had a bit of a play around with power steering pump. It stopped working, the Astra power steering pump. It was one of the fusible links underneath the dash, so that's been re-soldered in and working. We have a VE Commodore, well this one's actually off a VF, but same. Vacuum pump, because these carbies don't have vacuum allocations in the base plates, and neither does our intake manifold. Well, it does, but we've blocked them up for good reason. So we're going to use the VE pump, which is probably a good idea anyway, considering cam, etc., to get ourselves some brakes. We have pulled the front end off. I have refurbed the headlights and cleaned them up a little bit. So we're just ticking through a few of the boxes. There's a car show on this weekend. We're going to give it a clean up and take along to the car show. So we'll do that as a separate video. I'm not sure if you'll have seen it before this video. You'll probably see it after. So I might just do that anyway. I might just make sure I release it after this video. So yeah, we're going to take it down to the car show. So we were going to go and have a look at the car show anyway. It's in Wongan Hills. It's only an hour and a half, or hour and 3/4 from here, so it's not too far away.
Just 200 k's. Yeah,
it's just around the corner. So we're going to go and have a look at that and take the car for a bit of a show. So we'll keep ticking along with some of these little jobs, and then we're going to take it around the front and give it a good bath and clean up and get it looking. Well, it's not going to be show car ready anymore. It's well past that. It's been, what, 5 or 6 years since we originally built the car, and it's not looking the greatest since then. So, but it still looks good from afar. So we'll give her a good bath and get her all ready to go and take it to the car show on Saturday. So, yeah. Okay, guys, another day. We are getting the car, well, technically ready to skid, but we're actually getting it ready for the car show. So Dad has been working on fitting the vacuum pump for the brakes, which I said earlier was off of a VE VF Commodore. He's just mounted the bracket up underneath the bumper here, and we'll just run the line up through the chassis rail and into the pump, into the booster. So should be nice and straightforward. Worked easily yesterday once we hooked it all up, so that's good. I've been fucking around and got it vacuumed out. Just got to give everything a wipe over, and then I can basically shut the door on that. I'm not too stressed about the inside. The wheels could really do with another plastic dip on them. I don't think that plastic dip's probably ever going to come off, but it needs a touch up, that's for sure. I'll see if I think I've got a can left in the shed somewhere from when we originally did it. So we're going to just get some wiring and run some hoses for this pump, and then we can put the front end back together, and then we should be able to get on to giving it a bath, which it desperately needs. We actually laughed at the fact of it being Halloween today, so you won't be watching this on Halloween, but happy Halloween. But it's got cobwebs all over it. We thought be fitting to park it out the front with covered in cobwebs and be the Halloween decorations, but I got work tomorrow, so I can't exactly leave it out the front because then there's no time to clean it. So we'll clean it today, and then it's not licensed, no. And then we'll load her up and get her ready for the show. Cool. We'll come back shortly once it's all done and running. Well, that's given it a quick little bath. Gotta put the other headlight in. The vacuum pump is under, wired in, hose runs up and plugs in. And you wouldn't believe it. Oh, that's really blurry. Hang on. That's better. It works. Brakes work. So we now have a lot of electrical systems on the car. Yeah, the alternator's probably going to be telling us to get stuffed a bit soon. And LS alternators have a habit of doing that apparently. So
It's only because they're scooping underneath the
power steering pump, yeah, which we don't have that problem. So yeah, we've got everything functional and working. It's cleaned off and all that sort of stuff. We'll put the headlight back in now, get it all up and running. I give them a quick little polish yesterday. They look a lot better. A little bit of methanol spilt on them, which doesn't really do too well to plastic or acrylic matte paint jobs, to be honest. But she is looking $1 million compared to what it was. A little less cobwebs, a few little bits of dirt less, and it'll do for a car show. And at a burnout comp, you don't see it from 20 meters away, so we'll take that one as a win. Speaking of burnout comps, we've got something in mind coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm not sure if you'll see this video because I've got heaps of other stuff I need to get done and out on the channel. But whether you see this video before or after, well, actually I'll make sure that it comes out just before we go to that event, so that way the next video straight after the event is, but the car show might be after the event. I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. Yeah, so we're just about done for car running, driving, braking, functioning. Now all it needs to do is skid, and I'm pretty sure we can work that bit out. Yeah, so we'll put it all back together again, and we'll probably end this video shortly anyway, because it's got a little bit on it. And yeah, we'll go from there. Well guys, as you can see, I'm back in the 1-tonner. Things didn't go quite 100% plan, But when do things ever go to 100% plan? We decided to put the car on the trailer and go down to Wongan Hills for the car show. We got halfway there, blew the tyre on the trailer and bent that repair that we did on the trailer in Brisbane, which meant we bent that axle again, and we were going to chop another tyre out. So was not interested in going further and chopping another one out and blowing more. So we turned around and come home. Car's back in the shed. It runs, it drives, everything works. We've got a couple little tweaks. I've got to fix the light bezel up the top here, and apart from that, yeah, she's ready to skid. So we're gonna figure out what that is and when that is, and we will let everybody know as soon as we do know that. I have been secretly working on another project in the background, and it is not manged up. Manged up is currently parked up. Nothing wrong with it. Goes perfectly fine. It's got a little dent in the back, but we'll get around to fixing that. No hurry. But the priority is to have some fun in this thing. And when you find out about this other project in the next week or so, then you are gonna hopefully want to be tuning in a lot more often to follow that. And the thing about that one is, it's not a burnout car. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't yet, click that like and subscribe button just down here, and share it, comment. Comments are good, guys. It helps the algorithm. So like it, comment on it, share it, and subscribe if you haven't, because I know quite a few of you haven't yet. Thanks very much, and we'll see you on the next YouTube video of Porana Motorsports.